Why do we wear sunglasses? Well, because of the sun. It's strong. Sometimes it can get, when it's in our eyes for a long time, it sort of makes us a little bit like that, right? So people put on sunglasses, and it's understandable. I put on sunglasses as well. These are not my sunglasses, but I put on sunglasses sometimes. If I'm out on a bike ride for a long time, and it's nice to protect the eyes anyway against wind and little rocks and all that kind of stuff, dust. But the question is there a problem with wearing sunglasses? And the answer is yes, there is a big problem. Sunglasses block out the UV light. That's the purpose of sunglasses, obviously. But that is not good, because ideally we want UV light to enter into our eyes during the day. You see, this is part of activating our hormones and sort of telling our body that it's daytime. So what we got here is a society of vampires. Everyone's up all night, sleeping half the day, and then when they're out, they're so like anti-life, anti-sun, without knowing it, of course, that they put on sunglasses and sort of hide from the sun. Sure, we can't just be out in the sun all day long. It's strong. We need to protect ourselves by going into the shade. We need to build up a tolerance on our skin. We don't want to overdo it, and the same is true with sunglasses. If you're out for a bike ride for a long time, or if you're out surfing, or I guess if you're out running an ultramarathon in the sun or something like that, it's probably possible to get too much sun into your eyes. So yes, there is this place for sunglasses, but in everyday life, you really want to get as much sunlight into your eyes as possible. And if you're not in the tropics, if you're up in the north and it's not the middle of summer, you definitely want to get as much light into your eyes as possible, because this is a part of producing serotonin. We need sunlight to come into our eyes. We don't have to look at the sun like sun gazing. Just being out and about is enough. But that sunlight that UV radiation needs to enter into our eyes, and that triggers serotonin production, which in turn has an effect on our melatonin production, our sleep hormone. So our sleep quality will suffer if we're not getting enough UV light into our eyes. I was in Norway for a little while ago, and there was a period where the sun didn't come out for several days. It was just rainy and gray, and I could not sleep because I didn't produce enough melatonin. That's my theory anyway. So I simply couldn't sleep. As soon as the sun came out a few days later, I was out and about, enjoying a day out and getting sun into my eyes, obviously, and I slept wonderfully. So if you want to improve your sleep quality, if you want to improve your life, your energy levels, your mood, because remember, sunlight actually gives us a good mood. When it's bright outside, we usually get in a good mood. Whereas when it's dark, rainy, and during the northern winters, it's difficult to stay positive, and a lot of people get seasonal affective disorder, where they go depressed during the winter. So maximize your exposure to sun, especially if you're outside the tropics and it's outside of the summer. Okay, so don't put on sunglasses unless you have to, unless you're like out for a long time. If you and unless the sun is really low, like it can be in the winter in the north, and you're driving a car and you need to have sunglasses to be able to drive safely. Obviously, there are situations, but what's my point? My point is, take off your sunglasses. Only put them on if you have to. I know they're a fashionable item, but I'd say your health is more important, no? So get off those glasses, get out in the sun, start enjoying life the way it's supposed to be, like a diurnal animal. Humans are daytime animals, not nocturnal. So sleep during the night, get out during the day, take off those sunglasses, take off that shirt, get sunlight on your skin, sunlight in your face, get sun into your eyes, and of course don't overdo it. Just listen to your body and regulate as much as you need. Put on clothing when you need to protect your skin, put on sunglasses if you get to the point where it's too much sun now. I've been hiking for 3 hours, it's like, my eyes, but I haven't really experienced that much at all. If you're at that level, it's probably better to just go get in the shade and just chill out anyway. And to be honest, it sort of shocks me how many people are wearing sunglasses. Like seriously, if you walk around and start thinking about it, it's like 2 out of 3 people are wearing sunglasses, and sometimes indoors as well. So what's up there? I mean, I think people are ugly. That's what it is. People are ugly because they're underslept, they're unhealthy, they want to hide. So they put on sunglasses to hide their eyes. They put on, you know, lots of clothes. No need to do that. If you're ugly, cultivate health and you will be beautiful. Everyone is beautiful to varying degrees, and it's all subjective anyway, but like, if you cultivate health, you will look good, you will look vibrant, and there's no need to hide behind